Hey guys, this is the Herbal Survivors here. We're going to talk about cayenne pepper, particularly for the kits, but not limited to. First thing I wanted to say is cayenne pepper. Stepping back to one of our older videos, will stop a half a teaspoon of cayenne powder. Will stop any bleeding, internally or externally. Now today, what we're going to do is we're going to show you how to make a real rapid hemostatic wound management solution. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to take a bandage, a simple band-aid. Let's say you got a real nasty cut in the woods or whatever, you're bugged out and situations happen. What you're going to do is you're going to take your cayenne tincture out of your kit. The cotton part of the wound, keep it free from your hands. What you're going to do is really well, you're going to soak this. I mean really soak it. Maybe you even go to a full eyedropper. And then, now let's say you have where the nasty wound is over here. What you would do is you place this on here. And then you could actually wrap it again because you're saturated the wound with some tape. And also, another thing, let's say you're out of cayenne tincture. Let's say you've used it for something else. Here's another solution. What you're going to do is you're going to take some cayenne powder. And what you're going to do is you'll take your echinacea tincture out of your kit. You're going to load up the bandage really well. You're going to take the cayenne powder. Now, when you're using cayenne powder, keep in mind the higher level of the HUs, the heat units, and I'll go over that in a bit, the better coagulation and more capsaicin you're going to get into the system. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take this, you're just going to sprinkle a little bit on there, so it covers the whole bandage. So you got like maybe about 1/8 of an inch thick layer, sort of like that, but a little bit thicker. I'm just showing you this. Then you would place this directly on the wound. Now there's two things you could do. If you need to stop profusely, what you need, and quickly, apply direct pressure to this about 5 to 10 minutes, and that will stop the bleeding within 3 to 5 minutes. This scenario. And also keep in mind the echinacea with the antibacterial properties. And also it also has some antiviral properties, will also help as well and contribute to what's going on right here in the coagulation process. So what you're doing is you got direct pressure on here. Now basically what you could do is just after about that 5-10 minutes, you could actually leave the bandage on. And while you're going through the woods, continue on your whatever you were doing. And but that will stop the bleeding right away. Also, now on heat units with cayenne pepper, they go the heat units over here. They range from anywhere from 14,000 HUs to 58,000 plus heat units. I think right here I got 35,000 heat units in this particular bottle. Now, the higher the level, the higher that HU number is, the more capsaicin is going to be present. The more it's going to do for the situation at hand. Also, the cayenne pepper, to the tincture, you can use for emergency first aid. Not only for wound management. God forbid if you're with an elderly person or someone just continuously going through some nervous stages, and they go into a convulsion or a heart attack. 3 to 4 drops of this on a tongue, on that individual's tongue, will stop the heart attack instantaneously. The antispasmodic properties in the cayenne tincture go to work right away, and that's the capsaicin going to work. Also, this will help your stomach. Cayenne pepper will also, if you taking aspirin for pain management, like the willow bark, or just I take that back, not the willow bark. The if you're just carrying general aspirin, and you're over time it's irritating your stomach. If you start taking this, a few drops of this in half a glass of warm water, about 6 ounces of warm water a day, will prevent that irritation in your stomach lining. And because excessive use of aspirin in some individuals cause the stomach membrane to irritate and become eventually to start to bleed, and that's an issue with that. And but once again, you know, in the field also, what you can do is, if for bigger and more different situations, you could pre-prepare. You can take some echinacea tincture from your cache, your bigger bottles, your bigger supplies, or even your refill kits. You can douse the bandage, like a sterile, 3x5 bandage, or whatever size you prefer. Then you get your cayenne tincture, your cayenne powder, and you would take that soaked bandage, and you would take it with a tweezers, a sterile tweezers, and you would go into you would have this in a pile, in a dish, in a separate dish. You would go both sides and be generous on both sides, and then you'd put it to the side in a sterile, like pan or something that's sterile, and let that air dry, just like the video that we put on a while ago. And then what you would do is, then after they're dry and hard, you'd put them in a plastic baggie or a Ziploc bag, and just carry them with you for more situations in your first aid kit, for hemostatic, for wound management, for stopping of bleeding. Also, another thing you could use these for, if you get like mosquito bites and other like scratches and that just nags that keep bleeding, you just take a draw of this, go right down the scratch or the nag cut, and directly the cayenne pepper, the level that I'm using for the kits, the heat units, and the way I'm doing these things will stop the bleeding in about, without pressure, if you directly apply it, I'm going to say 2 minutes. And so you don't have to worry about stopping what you're doing. And you also, basically what you're doing is just grabbing, you're drawing, and you're putting back into the dropper. And just when you're applying like a situation like that, don't let the dropper head hit the wound or the blood, because then you contaminate the wound, the dropper head. And then you need to sterilize with rubbing alcohol the head, because all the droppers in the kits in these little bottles are glass. They're not plastic, so they're non-porous. So you can sterilize these heads. I wanted to put this together real quick for you guys. It's just a quick summary for wound management and some basic, very, very basic emergency first aid. So if you're out there, and please, I know it's been a while. I have some situations at hand, but I know it's been a while. If you need a video, get it to me. We're going to start to get back online, very aggressive, because things are coming down the pipe. And I'll tell you another thing. Our training is getting very, very aggressive, and the government is intervening a lot more in our training. So just let me know what you need, and I'll get it out there ASAP from here on in. And I just want to wish you all, I hope you guys have really been using the kits and working with them. If you got any other questions, text me or call me per the app, or just comment on the video, and just let me know and I'll get back to you. And God bless you and all your family.